We will not do or say anything that will compromise the likelihood of a conviction. One thing we can still offer this family is the best possible chance at a conviction and justice for this unspeakable crime.
Breaking news right now at noon. Columbus police are confirming evidence shows Michael McKee was at the Tepes home in Wyland Park before and after Spencer and Monique Tepes were killed. We thank you for joining us for 10 TV News at noon today. I'm Tracy Townsend. Just 30 minutes ago, Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant and Mayor Andrew Ginther wrapped up a news conference with some new details about evidence in the Tepes killings. Monique's ex-husband, Michael McKee, is charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder. He was arrested in Rockford, Illinois on Saturday and is in jail now, waiting to be extradited to Columbus. Our team was asking questions at that news conference, pressing police for more information. Stacia Akin and Carla Rogner are joining us now. We'll start with Stacia. Stacia, what was the biggest takeaway?
Well, at this point, Tracy, the biggest takeaway is that this is still an active investigation because there are so many more questions to be answered in this case. But I want to update you on what we heard and some of the biggest questions that we all still have. As far as a motive, there was no comment from Chief Bryant today because they are still investigating leads and tips at this point. And with McKee's extradition, there is no date set yet. Those logistics are still being worked out even at this hour. But one major development we heard was that investigators took multiple weapons from McKee's residence. One, they say, with a link to the crime scene. Here's what else Chief Bryant had to say about this investigation.
We believe at this point we have the person responsible for the murders of Monique and Spencer Tepes in custody, and that person is Michael McKee. This is still an active and ongoing investigation. Detectives are still going through evidence, tips, and videos. We can't speak to all the specific details related to this case, so we don't want to jeopardize the ultimate goal of conviction. But what we can say, this was a targeted attack.
Saying it was a targeted attack and also pointing to the connection to domestic violence. And that is the first time we've heard that in this case from investigators. But so many questions that we had, and Tracy, we asked many questions that Chief Bryant, the other investigators, Mayor Ginther couldn't comment on because there's still so much more left for them to sift through as we figure out what comes next in this case.
All right, Stacia, we do appreciate that update. Of course, this story does seem to have captured the attention of everyone in the community and many across the nation. Police saying many people have given them invaluable information to help solve the case. 10 TV News reporter Carla Rogner is part of our team coverage right now. And Carla, the mayor did make that point, the point that tips mattered in this case. What else can you tell us about the community and its importance in the investigation?
Yeah, Tracy, that's exactly what he said. He thanked the community for all of the evidence that they've helped gather, from video evidence from the time of the murders to the information. You may remember police had shared this video of a person of interest walking in the alley around the time of the murders. Police now believe that person in that video is Michael McKee, the ex-husband of Monique Tepes. Police say that they tracked a vehicle that was also in the area at the time of the murders back to Michael McKee and later located that vehicle in Rockford, Illinois, where he was arrested. As Stacia said, we asked a lot of questions about a motive and other evidence recovered from the suspect's car and the search of his home in Lincoln Park. But police say there's just not a lot of information they can share right now, and the mayor says they don't want to compromise the investigation.
The tips that were submitted in this case mattered. And I'm grateful to the residents and businesses who shared information. As Chief described, this was a targeted domestic violence attack that resulted in the deaths of 2 people and irrevocably changed the lives of their children, families, colleagues, and friends. Our hearts remain with Spencer and Monique.
Yeah, and police said that this morning they are still looking for help from the community, anything from information related to the murders, but they're even looking to hear from people who knew Michael McKee as they still work to put together how we got to this point. But right now, police, again, cannot share too much information. They say they're continuing to review video footage and other evidence that they have right now. Reporting live at CPD headquarters, Carla Rogener, 10 TV News.
All right, Carla, thank you. Friends, this case is unfolding over the past couple of weeks, and because of the popularity and the speculation of information online, we want to lay all of this out for you in terms of the confirmed facts. So you can see a full timeline laid out right now on 10tv.com and in the 10TV mobile app. You can watch the entire news conference and hear everything Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant and Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther had to say. You can do that right now on 10TV.